Hi everyone, as you may know, there was sad news of the passing of David Wilcox. Now, if you don't know who he is, he does have a YouTube channel. You can fill yourself in there. He talks about UFOs, spiritual practices. I believe he was part of the Gaia TV network. Now, what they're actually saying is that he did unalive himself. He called the police and said that he was having a mental breakdown. And when the police arrived, he shot a fire in the air and then to his head. Now, I'm wanting to know whether or not there's any foul play, whether or not there's anything to do with his last video that he was talking about, the 12 scientists that have actually gone missing. Also, whether or not it has anything to do with any sort of disclosure that he may have been planning in regards to UFOs. With this UFO disclosure thing going on at the moment, a lot of things have been happening ever since Trump said that he wanted disclosure. There's been weird things happening. There's been people dying. There's been earthquakes at Area 51. And yes, so there does seem to be something suspicious going on here. And I'm wanting to know whether or not, unfortunately, David got in the crossfires somehow, some way. Now, his family are stating that he had a lot of money issues, big debts, mental issues, and so forth, and saying that they don't believe that there was any foul play and that they don't want anyone talking about conspiracies or anything like that. Are the family actually being threatened as well? Are they scared? What's going on here? Something's just not quite right about this whole situation. Let's look into the cards and see what we can bring up in regards to what happened with David Wilcox and see whether or not it was self-inflicted or something else. Disclaimer, readings are alleged, not fact. My interpretation of the cards only. Okay, now give me the energies of David Wilcox the night this happened. The night this happened, how was he mentally? How was he feeling mentally? Okay, 3 shuffles. How is David Wilcox feeling mentally? Okay, so we have the 6 of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Cups, 9 of Coins, 6 of Coins, and the 2 of Swords. Where's my spectre? Right. Okay, so the 6 of Wands is a victory card, feeling victorious, feeling acknowledged. This is also a public card. So I believe only 24 hours beforehand, he did his last video. And he was happy with that video that's gone out. There was a turn of events. Now, this looks like some sort of, see the codes on it? This looks like some sort of matrix. Like some sort of spiritual thing that he was actually talking about. So there could have actually been something that he talked about in his last video that could have been the result of what has happened here. But to me, look, we have the Seven of Cups. All that glitters is not gold here. Oh, look, he looks like he's popping out of a cup there. But that talks about options. There's also a snake around. But that's also illusions, delusions. But where it talks about illusions, this is where he could have been talking about the spiritual matrix side of things with his video. We have the Nine of Coins, feeling good about himself. Six of Coins. Now that can talk about knowledge, and knowledge is power. So perhaps he knew something that made him a very powerful influence. But it can also talk about some sort of transaction made. Something unfair has happened here. See how we have the unbalanced scales? And she's giving to one but not the other. And then there's all these little ones at her feet. So it's like the knowledge he was sharing wasn't meant to be shared to everybody. We have the Two of Swords here. Now, the Two of Swords speaks about being blocked. It also speaks about blocked emotions. But it also talks about a decision that was made, that needed to be made, that he had trouble making. See how she's got the blindfold on here? Possibly being in denial. So I will clarify and see what else I can bring out in these cards. So give me the energies of David Wilcock's state of mind the night of the incident. I know in one of his videos he was saying that YouTube were limiting the algorithm with his videos. They do the same to mine for some reason when they don't like what's being put out there. Let me clarify the night of his mental state. Now, from these cards, there's no depression or anxiety or anything like that that may lead to some sort of manic episode, but let's continue. What's the Six of Wands? What's the Six of Wands? Okay, we have the Fool card. So that's a new beginning. That talks about new. I believe that this is talking about his new video, his latest video. Something was said. Okay, we have the Temperance. So this both can be talking about timing here, because we have divine timing and a turn of events. Now, does this talk about the timing of the UFO disclosure that's happening at the moment? Even that. Reminds me of something paranormal here. So something about the timing of his video, of his latest video. The new video he put out. 7 of Cups. Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords talks about information, options, so the information that he put out, he may have been, I haven't watched his last video, but he may have been talking about some sort of illusion. Now, I know that he said that he was going to talk about the 12 scientists that have gone missing. So is this saying that they've created an illusion and all is not what it seems? All that glitters is not gold. Information. So he's mentioned something in this video that's rubbed the wrong people up. With the Fool card here, he may have stepped over the boundaries. What's the 9 of Coins? Six of Wands again. See, victorious. Talks about the public, feeling good about himself, feeling good about the information that he was unfolding to people, sharing with people. Now, does that look like a sad man to you? It doesn't look like a sad man to me. Do they look sad? No. And it has something to do with sharing some information or knowledge that he has to the public. What's the Six of Coins? Whether he was going to share it or whether he did. See, we have the Sun with the knowledge. The knowledge is power. The Sun is enlightenment. The Sun is a big yes, I'm right. Enlightening the public with knowledge that he knows. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Okay, give me the Two of Swords. Well, it's gone on the floor. So we have the Hermit. That actually come out in reversed, but yeah, which could mean corruption here. But the Hermit also can show his introspection, him at home. The Hermit's very spiritual. They're very introspective. So he's put deep thought into some sort of some sort of decision that needed to be made. But I will definitely say that in his mindset, the night of, there is no depression here. There's no depression. There's no anxiety. There's no regrets. There's nothing. There's not even a self-sabotage. There's nothing here that shows that he truly was in a bad state of mind to do that. Now, I know his videos also talk about doing such things and him telling people that you're full of love and light and don't do such things. There's only one way to go on this earth, and it's not for you to do. I have to watch my words here. So no, I don't believe, wait, I've got to get a stone for that. So no, he wasn't in a bad state of mind the night or day of. He was actually happy. The sun's the happiest card in the deck, as happy as a person can be. See, we also have the sundial here, and like another round circle. I believe that he may have been talking about UFOs and disclosure. So what's this about then? What happened? What happened to him? So I've ruled out the bad state of mind that he was meant to have been in. That's not true. And if I unalive myself, just know that I didn't. Three shuffles. I should have actually watched his last video before I did this read. So we have the Empress, we have the Four of Wands. Oh, okay. So we have the Moon, the Queen of Wands, and the Strength card here. Was someone let into his house? Four of Wands. Oh. Okay, so that's showing him at rest. That's also showing growth, fertility. Look, he's actually holding a light ball. We have the Four of Wands here, which shows some sort of sacrifice. This may be showing bringing something to light. So he was sacrificed. He may have let somebody in. Or somebody had a key to his apartment. We have the Eagle watching. So we have the Moon, something hidden. Something not quite seen, something that's not seen. Queen of Wands, that talks about attention, attraction. He may have been getting too much attention on what he was sharing. And we have the Strength card, which may be showing him being overpowered, taming the beast, trying to shut him up. Wow. They were trying to shut him up. Look, he was in like, sorry, a million things come to my mind at once. It's like I know the story and somehow I've got to get it out to you in words, but because it comes to your mind, the whole thing all at once, and I have to try to show you what I'm seeing here bit by bit. So, enlightenment, knowledge, disclosure, enlightenment, disclosure, public, the public, more information about illusions that have been created, to do with timing, some sort of sacrifice. If you can see that card, I am not sure. Trying to lift it up. I believe he's let somebody in, so it must have been somebody that he knew, or they had a key. There's a key here. She's holding a key. Perhaps he was holding a key. Perhaps he was about to share full disclosure of everything that he knows. The moon hidden. So it's like they've got him before he actually had the opportunity to be able to disclose full disclosure here with the key. The key's still being held onto and it's hidden. They were worried about the amount of attention that he was getting and how far he was going to go with the knowledge that he knows and how much he was going to share. And that's shutting him up. The Strength card. If you see in the Rider-Waite deck, you will see a woman closing the lion's mouth, shutting him up. More on the Empress here. I have 10 of coins, that's sideways. So there's a blockage here, and that could be talking about his family. Did they threaten his family here? Being the blockage. So they won't talk. Give me the Four of Wands. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands, but it's in reverse. So that's all. Four of Wands, that's showing a sacrifice here. And look at the group. Two of Wands in reverse. Stopping the pathways. Now, Two of Wands upright is making a decision. Do I go left? Do I go right? The decision had been made and he was sacrificed. Okay, give me more. Eight of Cups in reverse. There was no walking away. There was no escape. There was no escape. Give me the moon. Why is the moon here? Five of Swords in reverse. See, that talks about a fight to the death. But this is overkill here. To hide what he was going to share with the public. What's this Queen of Wands? Is this the attention and attraction that he was getting? Because this is all showing all about acknowledgement and attention. We have this, yeah, we have the Star. So he was getting a lot of attention for what he was saying and sharing too much information that they didn't want shared. And he was just about to fully disclose what he knew, but they shut him up. Give me the Strength card. Yep, Nine of Coins in reverse. Shutting him up. As I said, the Nine of Coins upright's feeling good. Shutting him up, shutting him down. So the Ten of Coins talks about family, and we have that illumination here, enlightenment, information, growth. The Empress. Now the Empress could be talking about the mother to his child, his family was a blockage. So it's like they have threatened the family to not disclose anything that they know. This was also a warning to the family. So the decision was made to sacrifice him, to shut him up. There was no escape. Somebody got into his house, whether he let them in or they had a key. There was a fight to the death to hide the information that he was going to disclose to the public on his channel. Now we're worried about the amount of attention that it would have got, so they shut him up. I have no words. This says it all. Alleged, not fact. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up and subscribing. Love and light.